Alrighty, guys. It is 3:30 and change, 3:50. I'm late. I've been sitting here, stuck on a phone call. I didn't do a bunch of stuff. And so far, it looks to me like we're getting a little bit of a roller coaster, but we are primarily to the upside. That's pretty good. Not bad at all. So I didn't take any more trades. I took a couple of trades here on NASDAQ. You see one that ripped me, and the other I got a little bit of money back on it. So I'm down 450 on three trades. I did not want to be too aggressive on it after that because you got this slop here in between going into the 2 o'clock hour. That was crazy sloppy, and there was probably a speaker somewhere or something. Something was going on there. This volatility was kicking in pretty hard. And then after 2 o'clock, nothing just died, and now it's been going sideways, and I haven't re-engaged it at that point. So pretty interesting action. But I would start off range bound right now. See how they digest this news from the tariffs, and see if they're going to turn into something crazy or not. But at this point, it looks to me like we may have a shot of taking this higher. They're building value to the upper end of the range. If they don't take out the resistance at 69.25, so I would be looking for a retest of that, maybe higher in the overnight going into Sunday. So I would look to buy weakness down to this level there, 68.90s. And below that one, I'm taking off any long bias. So probably look at buying against support somewhere down here. Definitely again, this little edge right there for rotations up. Probably put an edge right here where I have it now at the 69.10 and then the 69.85s for sure. And in the middle, I had to think about for a bit. But anyway, so that's how we get started on Sunday. Definitely looks like a mostly positive reaction. And then we'll see. Hopefully, there's no military action over the weekend. Otherwise, we'll probably start on the downside, as you know. On the NASDAQ, also pretty crazy. A lot of action going on there. And it was nice. The runs today was beautiful. I mean, you saw this stuff. Look at that. You don't see that very often. I did this nice. However, it's volatile. So you can lose a ton of money until you get in on this one. Until you get in, you get stopped out. Keep getting shaken out. And when you're wrong, you just lose the money. So you had to get on the right side of this. I had a great trade potentially going here this morning. That was up here. I was waiting for this one. I took a short. I gave it some space, and they still nailed me. They still got me up here. That was my first day, a small winner. And then I got ripped here. And I tried to hop on a long move to the upside. This whole rip to the downside absolutely knocked me out. And I got in on a one more, got most of it back, but I wasn't going to engage it again. It felt pretty. When you get moves like that, it start to they move, then they just lean into it, especially on the Nasdaq. It's a little bit too choppy to rely on these little trend moves, or you may be at the end of it. So I would start off range bound on the ES, range bound on the Nasdaq. I would start with a slight bias to the upside, see if you can retest these highs, potentially take it higher. On the Nasdaq, if they trade below, I would give it below this area, the 950s, these two areas, 970, 950. And on the ES, probably give it, well, probably give it 969, 90s before I take off the long bias and see if they want to take this higher going into the overnight into Sunday. Again, the only caveat I know is going to be the potential military action in the Middle East. Now, bond market had a big reaction. I'll show you that real quick. And we see there you have it, and the big reaction. But then, as I say, it kind of just died off. It wasn't quite dying off as I thought it would. Getting into that, it did move a little bit, but you can see it's V tops, V bottoms, not much to lean against. So I did not trade in the bonds today at all. So no trades on the bonds. The only thing I took was these three trades on the Nasdaq, and I was looking for potential action on this. Failure to take out resistance, as we said this morning, but they haven't been able to take out the high, so they're still up and they're still trading in that range. But the dynamic I feel is to the upside. I mean, they're building structurally, they're building value to the upside. And I think we may see a retest of the highs, maybe higher going into the Monday's trading. And again, the only caveat I think is out there is the potential military action, and you never know when that's going to happen. So you just have to react to it if it happens, if and when it happens. Alrighty, guys, we'll wrap it there, and I'll see you back at bright and early on Monday. You guys have a great weekend. Later.